If you're a chiropractic student, then you probably struggle with the concept of sales. This is definitely something that I definitely struggled with. The last thing that I want is to ever be perceived as a car salesman. So what I want to do is I want to walk you through some things that helped me grasp this concept in a way that actually makes me feel really good about what we're going to be doing for our patients. One of the things that really helped me, there's a podcast by Andy Frisella called the MF CEO, now renamed the Real AF Podcast. And he has an episode called The Reality of Money. And in this podcast, what he's explaining is that he says money is a byproduct of a solution. Okay, this man has a supplement shop that he started in the early 2000s, and he worked for years and years and years, and he was always broke, and he was always trying to be that car salesman. I'm just going to sell everybody on everything. And one day he got so fed up with the exhaustion, but he knew that he was excited whenever people got results. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to lose money and tell people what they need to hear. Be honest. Be real with them and help them get the results. And that's it. That's all I'm going to live for anymore. In that year, he doubled his business. And then for each year after, he doubled, and doubled for 5 years straight his business. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot of growth simply by changing his mindset to how can I help people? How can I provide a solution? And what he's saying is he gets into something else where he's explaining that in this new world with the internet, with Google reviews and Yelp reviews, it is impossible for you to survive if you are screwing people over. It is impossible. Okay? So we have to be in the mindset that when we are providing value, we are truly providing value and do something that is providing value. And all of us got into chiropractic because we had a confidence that what we were going to do is going to help people. And we all know that what we're doing requires some transfer of funds. And what is that value to the patient? That is going to, your ability to explain the value to a patient is going to directly correlate with the money that you make, okay? And so it's not something to feel guilty about. And I want to pose you a question, okay? Most of us got into this profession because we had a mentor, somebody who we met who changed our lives through chiropractic, okay? That could be a family member, but I want to talk about the people who came into this program because they met a chiropractor who helped them solve their problem. In that situation, I bet you that you and your family paid that chiropractor for those services, right? And you probably now still talk to that mentor and you love them, and never once did it cross your mind that they were out to get you, okay? And look at the way that they changed your life. Now it's going to be our turn to change other people's lives. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And that's not something to be guilty about. Sales is a transfer of conviction. My conviction that I can help this patient, I have to transfer that feeling to the other person, to our new patient, in order for them to find value in what we're providing. And that in and of itself is sales. But it's not about selling, it's about helping them. And you know that you're offering something real. So in my mind, I would never want anyone to walk out of that door not getting adjusted that day. I want to help them. And for me to let them walk out of there without closing the deal, without transferring my conviction, is almost a disservice to them. And I want to help you grasp this concept early, because this is going to be very important moving forward as we go and we open our practices.